What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Gaming Sanctum Podcast. I'm joined here with my co-host Junior and Chill. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
We are going to be talking about a lot of stuff that happened this past week. We had a crazy Nintendo Direct. If you guys haven't seen our reaction to it, it's up on the channel. Our duo reaction to this Direct, and it was actually incredible. We got Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Oh my god. What else? We got Chrono Remaster. A lot, like it was like everything they showed. We're like, oh, this is nice. This is nice.
The only way I would have, like, you would have broke me if you would have gave me Battle Network. I would have absolutely died because, like,
Yes.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yes,
bro, I love 2. 2 is my favorite. Like, besides Breath of the Wild, it's my favorite Switch game.
Yep.
Like, hands down.
For me, it was like Breath of the Wild 2 and then a Mega Man Battle Network reboot. That blew my mind. I've been saying too, I was like, man, I feel like the next Direct, they're going to show Xenoblade Chronicles 3. This was last year when they showed the last one. I'm like, man, I feel like it's coming soon. It's got to be coming soon. There's no way.
Yeah.
So, but I wasn't expecting it, this one, because I was like, they said first half of the year. I feel like we pretty much already saw everything. There's no way they would announce Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And then first half of the year, but it says September. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. I was just like, man, Nintendo years be different, bro.
Yeah.
September, this is why stuff takes forever.
It started with the game being announced in July. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was like, that's not the first half.
That's the 7th month of the year. What the fuck?
Man. Or maybe, you know what? Actually, I think it was a mistranslation. I think what they're meant to say is that's the first half of games released.
Yeah, I agree.
In 2022.
Yeah. I think the next Direct is going to be April or May.
Yeah,
it might be shorter than that.
I can see April.
Yeah. I was going to say March, but I'm like, man, maybe too soon.
There's no need for March because they have so many games that are going to be dropping.
So many games in March, yeah.
And I think April, they're dropping like 3 major games in April. But that's a good stopping point because they have nothing planned for May.
Yeah. So I think after April, maybe we'll get. I feel like the next Direct we see, it'll be at the end of April-ish or beginning of May, and it'll be like Bayonetta 3, Breath of the Wild 2, Mega Man Battle Network. Please. Maybe. Do you think the Sonic game is going to be Switch? I don't think they would announce that on the Switch. I feel like that would probably be like a big event. The open world Sonic game.
I could see it. I don't know if it's gonna be announced like directly on the Switch event.
Yeah,
but it might be. I don't know. It really is a possibility. And I think because like Sonic is one of those things where like they always have it on the Switch. They always have it on Nintendo.
Yeah,
it's just been like one of those things. So like I could see them doing a downscaled version of what they're planning on the Switch.
I think people would pray for a Metroid Prime. I don't think we could see that anytime soon.
Man, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I feel like we're gonna get a Dread 2 announcement before.
Man, Dread did so good. I want to get it. It looks so fun, especially with the updates they showed of getting boss rush
mode
and one hit mode difficulty. And then they were like, "Listen, we got you to one hit. We'll also give you the rookie mode for people that think the game's too hard."
Yeah, well, I think it's for people that like definitely want to, because like Metroid is a hard game.
Yeah,
like realistically, it's a hard for platformers. That's hard as shit. Like it's always been, and like that's why like when I used to like when I was a kid, I was like, man, I beat Metroid. People were like, what? Just like when I was like, yeah, I beat Battletoads also when I was a kid. And they're like, how? I'm like,
it was the hard ass game, dude. Especially the ones on the Game Boy, man, bro. Those were so hard when I was a kid. I was like, which one was? It was the one where there was a parasite in your suit. Which one was that? You were in outer space. You had to stop at some random planet. And then a parasite like invaded your suit or some shit.
Are you talking about? You talking about the M, dude? That's Prime.
Is it Prime? Yeah, but it was it was the Game Boy version. Yeah, dude, that one was hard. Holy shit.
It's like I remember I beat like Metroid on Game Boy. I beat on Super Nintendo. I beat Kid Icarus. That shit was hard as shit.
Dude, Kid Icarus was a hard fucking game, dude. Holy shit. Can we? Speaking of platforms, can we talk about how fucking good Kirby looked? Bro, Kirby looked so good.
For me?
What that mouth do, though?
Twitter was scary after that.
Yeah, that was weird, bro. I didn't want to scroll.
Oh, my Lord, bro.
I did not want
to. Everyone's like, for me? I'm like, oh, no.
I did not want to scroll on Twitter after seeing that. I was like, okay, dude. Let's start seeing what that mouth do means, and nah.
I think the one I appreciated the most I saw was like literally they had Kirby eat the Eva from Evangelion. That
Yeah.
was good. I was
That
like,
was
that was cool.
yeah, that was wicked cool. I enjoyed that a lot. Then man, we've been talking about the direct a lot, but like, dude, they showed so much crazy stuff. Mario Strikers.
Ooh, that looked good. I
What
don't even
else?
like Strikers.
Me neither, but it looked sick. That art style when they do the ults
Yeah.
and shit, dude, that looks so good.
Look, you know what? You know what the crazy part about it? Like Nintendo games that drop are so like quality generally. That, you know why I said that?
Arceus. Arceus?
I don't even want to say it anymore. I think I'm gonna make a thing where I'm not gonna say that name on a podcast anymore.
Thou
But
shalt
like
not speak of
they
the
have such
name.
a quality like lineup always. Like every game looks good. Even the Disney racing game.
Dude, that
I
one
was
looked
like,
fun as hell. I was like, what? They're
I'll pick that
fucking
up.
riding on rails and shit. I was like, this looks like better than Mario Kart.
Everybody has ults and stuff. I'm like, yo, that's kind of cool. I was happy about, dude. I'm picking up Nintendo Switch Sports.
Yeah, that looks good. It reminded me of
Doing it.
Wii Sports, like wicked bad.
Oh, I think it's this week is the playtest too.
The playtest, yeah, I signed up for it
18th.
last night.
Yeah, so that part right there, it looks dope. Like I actually want to play that. Like I just want to get up and just like I'm scared because I already know I might get too into the volleyball and I might like actually dive across my living room. But you know,
Oh
like
no. Oh no.
just...
Start breaking shit in his room. Dude, streaming that would be funny as hell.
Oh my god. Yeah, but like that's those like their games are just so solid looking.
Yeah,
It
it's
makes it
just
very
the
fun.
FPS issues that
Mhm.
like for example, dude, I was so hyped for Hyrule Warriors when it first came out.
Mm.
And then I saw the FPS and I was like, holy shit, when the animations happen and people are getting hit, all those, because it's a Muso game. There's like
Yeah.
100 fucking things on the screen. And the FPS would go down to like 5 frames per second. I'm like, wow, this is awful. I'm not playing this. And then they announced Fire Emblem Warriors, that's 3 houses. And dude, that was like literally one of my favorite games I played on the Switch. I have like 300 hours in that game. I did all playthroughs of every character. I mean, there's so much replayability in that game. You could freaking play through and do different choices of the same house, like 3 or 4 different times. Each house is like insane. And then they added the DLC. I don't even think I played the DLC yet. I bought it. I didn't play it.
The Zero House. Yeah, I haven't played that one.
I like the character designs on those. But yeah, the fucking game came out and I'm like, damn. Why does it have to be on the Switch? This fucking FPS on the trailer looked so bad. I was like, oh man, this is rough. This is rough out here. This is rough. It's rough out here.
I played the first Fire Emblem Warrior game and I liked it. It was fun. It had like some hiccups, but it was like overall like it's crazy. Like I think a lot of times they build games that are so good that even with the technical issues, it's like I'm okay with this. This is we can't win everything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the people that play like Cyberpunk and are like, it was a good game. I'm like, but there's so many issues. Like, you know what? It was a good game.
Yeah, it's on my bookshelf still. I haven't opened it.
Yeah.
I gotta play it eventually.
Yeah, so stuff like that. It's like really, really, really good.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else on the direct that was actually like crazy. But the Chrono Cross, man, bro, we screamed.
But okay, let's be real. It's gonna be on PlayStation. I'm hardly gonna buy it in there.
Honestly,
it's all PC.
I would recommend it on PC because I looked closely at the trailer again afterwards, and remember how bad 8 looked? 8 remaster. The girl's like, "Hey, you're the best looking guy here." Yeah, because nobody else has been updated. Yeah. And it's literally the same thing with Chrono Cross. All the NPCs kind of like, besides the important ones, are like literally same quality from PlayStation 1. And the backgrounds are kind of like, I feel like there's going to be mods on Steam that probably improve the graphics. But like, realistically, are we going to actually wait?
No, I'm thinking
wait for mods. Probably not.
Ah, fuck that. Like that game, I'll probably the reason I'm looking at PlayStation because I'm like
trophies. Yeah, I'm platinum.
I only care about PlayStation. Like the only place I care about like achievements is on PlayStation.
Dude, chat, you guys thought that what's it called? Dying Light 2, 500 hours was bad to platinum 100% that game, bruh. Chrono Cross has so many different endings. Good luck. That game is long as fuck. It's like the longest RPG I've ever played in my life. So I don't know. They added like 2 times speed and shit. Let me see what they I have it here somewhere. It's too many things open. We have a lot of stuff to talk about.
We got 2 times speed, ability to turn off random battles.
That's really good because the encounter rate was really high in that game.
Yeah.
Oh, there's auto battle mode and battle
that's
boosts. Okay, the battle boosts are probably God mode. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Soundtrack refined.
Update.
Oh, dude. What we talked about on the
Yeah.
podcast a couple of weeks ago was talking about how he was working on a new project. It was fucking that, dude.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah. I thought he was
Remember,
making
like,
a new
man.
IP. I was like, oh man, maybe a remake?
Maybe a new Chrono game.
Wait, didn't we also talk about how there was a new project that he was working on and not a remaster? No, I don't know. Maybe this was the new project, maybe.
Oh wait, so I'm thinking about it right now. So they have a Chrono trigger, so that's for a gun, right?
Yep.
You have Chrono cross, so it's like a sword.
Yep.
What's the third one? Shield?
I guess. This game is a sequel to Xenogears. It's like Chrono Trigger. So, like, did you know that Xenogears was supposed to be Final Fantasy VII?
Really?
Yeah. Like, I was like looking into all this shit the other day. I was like, bro, I did not know that.
That's so weird.
Imagine if that's what Final Fantasy VII turned into. It was just Xenogears. I mean, Xenogears is goated, but
fucking godlike game. So that is a double win actually. So not only they're like, we have another game for 7.
Imagine if they did a Xenogears remaster too.
That's what you know what I think that's what they're doing, because like I don't know if you saw, but suddenly they've been doing like little things here and there talking about Xenogears.
Yeah, like the thing was going like viral on Twitter the other day. I was like,
yeah. Also on FFPE, they did like some updated looks of the characters that look really good. Like the sprites, like those look really good. And then like that, plus Xenoblade Chronicles 3's main character looks like he is Faye, like a freaking like a descendant of Faye.
Yeah, he does. Yep.
Of Xeno. Everybody keeps on calling him Xeno, but yeah, it's Faye.
Every time you say Faye, I think of the
Valentine.
No, I think of the fairy from 14, Theo, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
I fucking love her. with her Polish or Irish accent. I fucking love it.
So yeah, no, so like Chrono Cross is gonna be great. Freaking Xenoblade Chronicles is gonna be amazing.
I think
there's actually a bunch of stuff in there too.
Like, the thing that gets me the most hyped about this being true is this is the second game on that NVIDIA leak list where NVIDIA, like all the companies were like, oh no, that's not true. We're not making that. Yeah. I don't know, man. Starting to seem like y'all full of bullshit because a lot of these things are coming out to be true now. So I wonder if the Final Fantasy, so like all the Final Fantasy content creators now are like, wait, does that mean Final Fantasy 9 remake rumors on in the NVIDIA leak is true? Because that would be fucking insane.
I know, I love 9.
And there's people that don't understand Square Enix and how Square Enix works. They're like, they're already working on 16 and 14 and 7 remake. I'm like, they have 3 different creative business units, right?
Yeah.
And creative business unit 2 isn't really working on much right now.
That we know of.
Yeah, that we know of. I think 1 is the one that did 13, creative business unit 1, which is the one that's also working on 7 remake. So that's why a lot of people are seeing stuff in remake that they probably don't like. It's because that's the same people that worked on 13 and 15. So one of the least liked ones. But yeah, so there's like a lot of stuff on that list that could be true. If it does come out, like, I don't know, man. That's probably what I'm most excited for. A lot of the PC stuff, games being ported to PC on that list as well.
Actually, right now, what I'm believing is, like, if you look at it, it's kind of weird, right? Kingdom Hearts is getting nonstop release after release after release after release after release of the same shit. And they're trying to get it so that everybody can play it everywhere, right? Because the main complaint about Kingdom Hearts was, I have to go to all these places to play it. But now they're like, all right, we got you guys. Just putting it available on everything.
Just don't play it on the cloud, please, for the love of God.
Don't get Integrum, whatever.
Don't do that. It's so bad.
Yeah, they're putting it everywhere. So what I think they're trying to do, I think they're trying to gauge reception for Kingdom Hearts 4. That's what I think
so too. I feel like there's a big announcement for that coming soon.
I think they're like scared because they're like the reception for Kingdom Hearts 3 is not great.
Yeah, it's not. It's funny though, because there's still the diehard fans that will like say that they didn't like it, but as overall, like as a whole, they still love Kingdom Hearts, even though the culmination of the Sora's journey came to an end and people hated it. Usually that would make the entire fandom be like, this is dog shit. You ruined the entire series by the way you ended it. Like Game of Thrones. Like Game of Thrones is fucking amazing. Then you had the last couple episodes and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Well, apparently they're I don't know if you know this, but they're redoing Game of Thrones.
Yeah, because the author is actually pissed about the way that the twins did the ending.
Yeah, so he's actually going back and redoing,
because he actually wanted another season. He said you need 12 more episodes, and they're like, no, we can finish it in this one. He's like, no, you're not listening to me.
Yeah, he's like, it's not about the money.
I
get the story across.
Yeah, he's not happy. They wanted to finish that really fast because they had a Netflix show that they were supposed to do for Star Wars, and then that got canceled.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, after that performance, I've been like, let's cancel it too.
Since we're on Square Enix, I guess we could talk about how a lot of people are upset about Forspoken is going to have microtransactions. And it's like, bruh, have you never seen? Yeah, you'll be all right. Like, have you, like, Tales of Arise? Like, when they say microtransactions, it's probably like stupid stuff. Like, hey, here's a weapon skin or a beginner pack to give you like potions and stuff to help you get started, or like a skin for your character. It's not anything that actually impacts the game or the story, or like you won't be able to beat the game if you don't have it. It's just things like, I'm gonna be honest, I think we are still so lucky that games are $60 ish. I think like a game like this, like massive open world that costs like literally $100 to $200 million to make, and they've been working on for 5 years, probably should be worth $80 to $100. Because if you think about it, if we're getting like 50 to 60 hours out of a game, if you do that, like if you compare it to like going to the movie theater, say you go to a movie theater even on a day where it's like, hey, it's a special today, instead of $20, it's $10. Okay, $10 for a 2-hour movie. Let's just say, because average movies are like 2 hours. Okay, so 50 divided by 2 is what? 25. 25 times 10, that's $250. So $250 worth of content is, 50 hours. That's movies, pretty much. 25 movies worth is what you're getting one game for $60. Like, that is really, really good. And these microtransactions are just ways that, like, people like me or Junior that, like, really enjoy the games, like, I want to support, the devs because they did a good job. I'm going to buy this DLC, or I'm going to buy this microtransaction, even though I don't need it. It's cool, and it helps the company, so I'm going to do it. Yeah. That's literally the only reason why they do these DLCs. It's not like you're not going to be able to beat the game if you don't have this. It's not pay to win. It's like, I don't know.
I think some people got so tripped out, like they heard that one horror story about some mobile game that they never played, that had a microtransaction that you needed to buy so that you can beat the game. That's what everybody's worried about. But it hasn't happened. Like I can't think of a single like mainstream game release period where it ever had a microtransaction you couldn't beat the game.
No, not a single time.
Like I seen like where they have like you couldn't finish the story because like, hey, we have some extra shit. Not the best DLCs, Final Fantasy 15, but like but like there's most of the DLCs or microtransactions most games have are literally like, hey, you want this cool costume? Hey, do you want to get this costume early? Hey, do you want to get like this weapon skin? Do you want to get like some extra like crafting materials for the game to make it easy so you can spend less time?
Deluxe edition that gives you bonus stuff, shit like that.
Like that. Like that's usually most like I would say like 90% microtransactions that are successful are that.
And those to me are the best microtransactions in games, not loot boxes.
Versus like Black Ops 3 where you had to get the gun to compete.
What about Advanced Warfare? Oh my god, those boxes that was pay to win. What? Those weren't just skins. They literally buffed your guns. So the best guns in the game were paid.
Dude, when you said Advanced Warfare, I was thinking about Advanced Wars. Yeah.
Oh, and we didn't even talk about the Front Mission remake.
Bro, that shit looked good.
Dude, that looked so good. I was like, what the fuck? They're remaking Front... And apparently they're going to show more news about Front Mission 2 remake.
See, but I still think... I don't think it's exclusive for Nintendo because it's a PlayStation initial
That's what I'm
release.
saying. Yeah, it was a PS1 game.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on PlayStation.
I feel a lot of these games were, so I wouldn't doubt it. like another game that wasn't shown on the English one for some reason, and was only on the Japanese Nintendo Direct, was another Square Enix exclusive. It's called Sentinel Case, and it is getting an English release. They have an English trailer and everything. Apparently that's coming to PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Steam May 12th. So that's another game. So they have one game in May now. It's pretty much like a detective game. You pretty much play as a Shijima story. It's a Shijima story, and you play as a detective, and I don't know, but it was very vague, the trailer, but it looked cool. I was just confused why they didn't show that on global. I mean, I guess because they already had like a 40-minute direct. I don't know, but
I just realized. Yeah, no, it kind of makes sense on Nintendo. That one promotion that came out on PlayStation or 2 is the time when PlayStation owned Square Enix.
Yeah, it was Square when it was SquareSoft still, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but like everything else was on Super Nintendo. Nintendo.
Yeah, before that, everything was owned by Nintendo. Final Fantasy 1 through 6, I believe. No,
well, not even that. It's just that all the front mission games were all Nintendo released. I didn't realize every single one of them came out on Nintendo or DS. Okay.
Oh, actually, they come on to DS, huh? Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, they said they ported the PlayStation versions to the DS. I didn't realize that.
Oh, and then of course, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Like, you guys have no idea how excited we are for that. The character,
I'm gonna play that game for a third time. Like the second one. I'm just gonna do that. Just raw. One day I'll get Cosmos, bro. I'll one day.
Dude,
I don't know why I don't have her yet.
Oh, that's the new project. Okay. The guy that does fucking Chrono Cross is also the same guy that does the music for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's insane. Okay, so that's the new project he was talking about.
Yeah, and they're doing he was working with like orchestral music stuff. This game is very heavy flute. It's the whole
dude. It's so weird. They're just like in the middle of battle, and they're like, "All right,
yeah, like they're freaking or some shit."
Fucking Tommy over here from the Power Rangers gonna summon in a fucking Megazord, dude. Literally, it's gonna turn into a Titan. Get summoned, dude. Watch. I bet that's what the flute's gonna do eventually. It's just gonna summon a fucking Titan. Yeah, and also in the background, Shulk's sword is in the background with a frozen Titan. It's really Grandpa. Weird. Yeah, it looks like Grandpa, right? Doesn't it, Grandpa?
Yeah, it's Grandpa from 2.
Dude, that's so fucking crazy.
And then on top of that, they have the Xenoblade Chronicles X outfits and armor. And mechs, the black and blue stuff. So like this, I feel like this is like finally taking all of it and just like, no, this is like in the future. And then like one of the characters looks like
the guy from Xenogears.
And then the other character looks like the son of Nia, but also I think Nia's in the game because I saw her.
Yeah, the one that has the fucking mask. That's that's got to be her because she is a I forgot what they call them in that game.
Gear or not gear, but
fuck.
Only played it twice.
Yep, for like 400 hours. That's what happens when you get old.
That's why I keep on calling them gears.
Yep. I want to call them stands for some reason. I don't know why.
So wild up.
I think it's because my brain can't fucking function right now because it says Nezuko's trending on Twitter and I'm scared.
That's scary.
Yep. Because the new Demon Slayer episode is on. And that's I don't really know what's going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think they don't die. Pretty much is what we're getting at. They're like immortal. The name
they're called Blades.
Blades. That's what it's. Jesus. Yeah, they're immortal. So.
You know what? It does make sense. Xenogears, all the things are called gears. Xenoblade, all the things are called blades. I don't know what my brain forgot.
It's the other name that you were thinking of. That's the other thing you were thinking of. Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger, Xenogears, Xenoblade. Oh man.
Right.
And then apparently PlayStation, PS5, and PS4 beta testers will be getting a new system software feature, party chat options for PS5 and 4, I guess enhanced options, UI enhancements and accessibility features for PS5, and a voice command preview for PS5, US and UK only. Meaning, I'll probably like be able to talk into my controller and say clip that, and it'll probably clip it or something like that. So that's pretty cool. It says UI enhancements. I wonder if you're gonna have fucking themes. If themes are coming, if the rumors of themes coming back are true. I want my themes, bro. I want my Persona and Tifa theme that I needed to eat like freaking 1,000,000 Butterfingers for.
Dude, somebody is complaining, I guess. HDMI 2.1, I guess, never got fully set up on the PS5.
Oh,
It still hasn't been set up yet. Which is true
really?
because I was having issues with PS5, like setting it up with my Elgato stuff too. I had to
Yeah,
switch
because they got rid
controls.
of the HDCP thing, didn't they?
No, well, no, it's still there. It's
Is it?
just that like they have like this weird thing. The HDMI 2 works, or 2.1 works slightly different than other
Oh.
HDMIs, and like it's super. Just everybody that's plugged in the PS5 and it just worked right away, just be happy. Just be happy because
I'm
I,
people.
s- I spent a day and a half trying to get my PS5 to work. I was so pissed. Or like after finally getting one.
Actually, no, I can't even say that because there's some times where I plug. It's not even when I plug it in. I have a switcher that goes between my PS5, my Switch, and my gaming PC. So depending on what I'm playing, if I switch from my PC to my PS5 in the middle of Elgato being open, sometimes it just does not fucking read
Yep.
the PS5 unless I restart the computer. I fucking hate Elgato so much. But anyway,
Yeah.
apparently there's so much crazy like remake news this week that happened. Like Resident Evil 4 is getting a remake. That's crazy. Apparently there's going to be enhanced scenes, like it's going to be more nighttime, like more dark than it was originally. And I got to say this is probably my favorite Resident Evil game of all time was 4. I liked the 2 remake. Resident Evil 2 remake was really good. I just recently played that on stream. But this looks good. You got enhanced portions at night that take place at night, like cutscenes. You got scarier and inspired by the RE4 betas that they've had. Side characters have bigger roles. Ada, who everybody cares about, Ada's campaign will be expanded. And then it says possible early 2022 reveal. So we might be seeing revealed soon of Leon.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I thought everybody knew about Resident Evil 4 remake.
Hmm.
So I was just like, okay, whatever. I don't know why you guys were bringing this up.
I knew they were going to make it eventually because they're literally remaking all of them. I just didn't think they were going to announce it this year or this early.
I just can't remember if like I thought it was happening because I saw it somewhere else or because of the Capcom program they showed something and I was just like, oh, okay.
It was in the video leaks too. Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's crazy.
It's just I was like, yeah, oh, they're making 4. Why is this a thing? And then it's like reveal. I'm like, wait a minute.
While we're on the subject of zombie games, you guys remember Dead Island, one of the best zombie games ever made? Dead Island 2 plans to release this year, apparently. And a new trailer is expected soon. Dude, Dead Island 2, I think it's been like nearly a decade, right?
8 years.
That's
when they announced
crazy.
It.
That's crazy. So
everybody forgot about it. Like I was just like, oh yeah, that game never did come out, huh?
Yeah. It's probably one of my favorite zombie games I've ever played. I think I liked it more than Left 4 Dead. Dead Island was wicked good.
Like Dead Island, that's the one like I skipped. Like my friends were playing
a lot of people did. I was one of the only ones out of my friend group that actually got it.
Yeah. Bunch of my friends were like, yeah, it's really great, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll probably get to it maybe one day. I'm going to go back to playing Halo. At the time, I was still playing Halo like crazy, so I was like, I don't have time for the game.
Oh, this kind of intrigued me too. Platinum Games. We all know Platinum Games. We love Platinum Games. We got Nier. We get Bayonetta. We get like, dude, they make so many good games. Apparently, the CEO says he wants the company to create larger and riskier games, and appeared to suggest that Hideki Kamiya's project GG could be a live service type of game, so a new project that they're working on. They want to do something different besides a like one-off like game like Bayonetta, where what I mean by that is like you play it one time and you're like, oh, that was fun, and then you stop playing it. Because a lot of people's attention spans have like when me and Junior were younger, like games didn't come out as often as they do now. Like, bro, you just look at this month and next month in April as like fucking unfathomable. You got like 4 games, hype games coming out this month. You got another 4 or 5 games this month and next month. And then you got April already has like 4 games listed. Like, dude, what the fuck? We used to be able to play games back then like and replay them 2 or 3 times before we could get another new game to come out. Like, I don't know, man. It's like crazy. So apparently they want to go from just doing one-off games and make a live service game for Nintendo exclusively. So kind of something like Destiny-ish.
I can see that. I know they're also doing their first MMO style game, Babylon's
Fall. Yeah, that one's gonna play like Destiny actually, or
War.
What is the name of that game on PS5 that I can't stand?
Oh, you're talking about Godfall?
Godfall, yeah. Apparently it's a lot better now, but like, bruh.
Yeah.
I hate when games do that.
It's
It's free now. Yeah, that's how you know it didn't do the good.
Yeah, so that should be pretty interesting. They're gonna have like that kind of like larger, longer kind of games, which hopefully does better, like make some of their IPs more like impressive to people.
Yeah,
because like if you look at it, like while those games are very popular for Platinum Games, they are like literally like certain people know about them, and those certain people will care about them. The same people like that only care about very particular JRPGs.
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, but then like mainstream doesn't care.
Nope.
And so like these companies are trying to get into the part where like they just want to get a taste of mainstream, for like where people are like, oh yeah, everybody's talking about them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the big thing. I can see them wanting to do that. Makes sense.
I guess like before we touch on a couple more of the little things, I guess we can talk about the really big ones. One of them being Lost Ark, that me and Junior have been playing an unhealthy amount of the last week. I think I already have 60 hours.
I'm only at 47, but I'm about to start my fourth 50.
47?
50 carry. Yeah, I'm only 47 hours deep.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 47 level. I was like, wait, what? You already fucking post 50. What do you mean?
I'm 43.7 hours deep. I'm about to start my fourth level 50.
Yep. Damn. Oh, so you're going to level that one legit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm at like 480-ish gear score. I'm about to probably push the tier 2 gear score today. We'll see how that goes.
Like as much as I want to like keep on pushing really hardcore gear score stuff, like I know that the raids and shit ain't out yet. So
yeah, there's no reason to rush. Besides like getting ready for Guild Wars, pretty much. That's the only reason I'm thinking about.
Guild Wars it's gonna be way out there. So I'm not.
You think so? I feel like it'll be maybe in a month or something.
It's too new. It's literally just came out. Like they're technically doing live beta on.
For the Guild. Yeah, because apparently it's supposed to be kind of like the Lord of the Ring thing that we saw, like that cutscene, like the towers and stuff, sieging castles and shit. Apparently it's supposed to be like that.
It's supposed to be large scale.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, we only have 30 people in our guild.
Yeah, well, we get
you guys need a guild. We're on Una server. We need active players.
If you can get on.
Yes. Don't forget to donate, babe.
Yep.
Babe.
Up to the babe server.
Yeah, that's literally our entire server in the area general chat just spams babe over and over. It's the weirdest shit ever, but it's funny as hell.
Yep. Also in Lost Ark 2, like I think it's this week, right? Everybody that's bought a Founders Pack should be getting a extra Founders Pack technically in their mail, the biggest one they got, because they want people to go to different servers.
Yep, because they feel bad for the fact that Founders got the game early. We got early access. We played on Tuesday instead of Friday. And they did not expect so many people to be Founders. I mean, you made it $15. That's pretty cheap. And they had to close the servers, so people couldn't create any more characters. So their friends that they were waiting for, that were going to wait for the free release on Friday, couldn't even come on their server and play with them. So if since a lot of us already used our Founders Packs on a server, they're saying pretty much like, hey, we'll give you the most expensive one you bought. You can use it on a different server if you want to move somewhere else and play with your friend on a new server that we opened up. So that's pretty nice of them. I'm probably going to use it on the same server.
Yeah, pretty much
on a different character.
You have to switch server before the 14th. They'll give you like the duplicate, like the actual, like just a full Founders Pack.
Mm-hmm.
It is either silver, gold, or platinum. None of the bronzies.
Yep. And if you guys are listening to this on Monday when the podcast comes out, that it's literally out today. So
yeah, literally
as you're listening
lunchtime.
to this. Yep.
At 12 p.m. PT.
If they don't bring the game down for like 12 hours again and delete everybody's character. And then also apparently Lost Ark is The second most played game in Steam history since CS. I think they passed CS:GO, right, for second place.
Yeah, they just
First,
beat CS:GO.
First place was League of Legends, right? Oh no, what was it?
No, it's on there. It's first place is freaking PUBG.
Oh, okay, that
PUBG,
makes sense. Yeah,
PUBG is
broke
3.2 million.
That that's never getting passed, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Especially with games having so many different launches and stuff now and being available on so many different platforms, I don't see any dude.
Yeah.
That literally is what started me to get started in streaming, like PUBG. That I saw so many people I knew get into streaming because of PUBG and getting into PC gaming because they were like, oh my god, H1Z1 and this game look insane.
Yeah, I remember I was pretty hyped for H1Z1. That was like my game.
Dude, it was so good, dude. Proximity chat. There was so much shit talking. That famous, we would have never got that famous fucking meme. The fuck you say to me, you little shit? God, that fucks. I wish PUBG had proximity chat. I don't know if they do now, but dude, that would make the game so good for content if you could talk so much shit in PUBG.
I wish I was streaming it, but like I remember like we were playing H1Z1 like the day it came out.
Or there's a lot of stupid people in there.
And I remember we were streaming it and we were in a group together and like we had like 8 people with us. And so we like try to figure out how to get on the same area. So
yeah, I did that a lot too to stream. I would stream snipe.
So we're all in the LAN party. We're all in the same living room together. Like all his computers just like set up and everything. We're like playing blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, because this came out when you were still in the military, right?
Yeah, so So we had like a 4-day weekend. It's coincided with the game releasing. I'm like, this is perfect. This is like
totally not planned at all.
Totally not planned, but it worked out. And then like so we're all sitting there playing, and like one of our friends, he like accidentally like hopped out of a car when we're driving, and we're like, Parker!
Yeah, you instantly die, dude.
No, he was alive. He was alive. But here's the thing. So he had saw a deer and shot an arrow at it. And I don't know if like when the game came out, there was this thing where like if you headshot something and killed it, the arrow would stick in the air.
Yeah.
And then if anything collided with it, it would instantly die. Anything. If you walked into an arrow, you died.
Oh, did he die?
No, even worse. So he were sitting there, right? He was like on the side of the road. He's like looking through buildings. He's like, oh, I'm gonna loot this building real fast. And so he hears us in proximity chat, and we're like yelling. We're like, Parker! So he hears us getting louder and louder. He's like, Parker! And then we hit the arrow that like was left in the thing.
Oh no! Did it blow up?
And the car, both the cars blew up, and all of our bodies flew across. And all he hears is Parker!
That was the best part of the game. I still go back and look at some of those clips from 4 years ago when that game came out. Dude, from my stream, there's so many bugs. I feel like that was the best part of the game. Like, it was the buggiest piece of shit game when it first came out. Like, as buggy or worse of Cyberpunk. But it was so funny because there was, multiplayer, and the funniest, stupidest shit happened. Like, I remember colliding with somebody. I still have the clip on my channel. I remember colliding with someone with the fucking Jeep. And he was standing still on the road. And I hit him so hard he didn't die. I did a front flip and literally went into outer space with the vehicle and blew up. I was like, what the fuck did I just hit? Fucking hit Superman.
Literally Superman. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I just remember like from his perspective, he was like crying. He like literally was on the ground. Like we're like, are you okay, man? He's like, dude, I heard you guys like like that effect when you like fly past somebody. He's like, it's just, but it was all of us. It was like he's like it's a full car, 2 cars of people, just like 7 people flying through the air, just all screaming like ah. We all blew up. And we're like, okay, well, I guess we gotta start over again, guys.
Yeah, I don't think
you had to start over.
Any game is gonna beat that top player. 3.2 million on Steam. That's crazy. I think they just barely beat CS:GO Lost Ark with like 17,000 extra players. It was like 13. What was it? 1.3 million 11. 1.311, right? 1,311,000, right?
CS:GO is 1.308, and then Lost Ark is 1.325.
25. Okay, so I literally have 17,000 more. Yeah. So I don't think like literally. I may or may not be playing it right now as we're doing this podcast, but I promise you, I'm completely focused.
Yep. Awesome surprise.
Then the next thing, since by the way, Lost Ark again. If you guys don't have anyone to play with, you want to find some peeps to play with. We're on Una server. We know what we're doing. A lot of us have already got tier 2 gear or working on it. We are going to be doing guild wars. We're going to be doing raid nights. We're going to be doing weekly runs with chaos dungeons, helping people level, stuff like that. So we're pretty much already geared. We'll probably hop on alts and help other people do their stuff if they need it. So feel free to join ours. Our guild is Legion of Chill. Join. We'll have the Discord down below for Junior's Discord in the comment section or the description if you guys want to join in on the guild. But yeah, enough about Lost Ark, because we'll go on and on about that game, because the game's actually incredible. Graphics, gameplay, like it's so good.
It's a free MMO. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, and dude, it's doing so good. Like, I'm surprised there's less people. I mean, I've seen a couple people say, "Oh, it's a mobile game." Well, I'm like, no, it's not a fucking mobile game. You ever seen a mobile game look this good, dumbass? Like,
show me it. I want to play it.
I want to play it. Shit.
I want to play it.
I guess we could talk about the next big hype thing that's literally coming out in a week or 2 weeks. Actually, less. It's like 12 days. Elden Ring is coming out in 12 days, and they have shown their final previews of everything. From IGN actually showed all the final previews, and dude, this game looks incredible, and they showed so much. Like,
holy crap, man!
The war that is going on in this game is like, usually you're playing a Dark Souls game, it's like aftermath of the war, right? And you're going through these dead, barren areas where everyone's dead, and you're just like killing these generals and bosses and demons and all that. But in this game, nah, you are very much a part of it. It's actually insane. I guess
it's crazy. Like, they were saying how like large the open world part in between some of the stuff is.
Yeah,
6 hours traveling.
Yeah, they're like, it's like Dark Souls but bigger. Like, that's their headline. Oh my god. And they have the minimum requirements, and they're quite hefty for a minimum requirements for a game. A lot more than people thought. Apparently you need at least a RTX a GTX 1060 and a i5 8400 Intel processor, which is probably, I think that's the best i5 you can possibly buy. And at least 12 gigs of RAM. So if you do not have that, you will not be able to play it on PC. You should probably just buy it on PlayStation.
PlayStation, yeah. So, actually, this game, the way it's set up, I think
I'm gonna get it PlayStation.
Probably the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting it on PlayStation as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Plus, I want the trophies. I want to be able to flex and show people the trophies.
Plus the network stuff, like, it's gonna be pretty good. On PlayStation,
I'll probably get it on PC in the future, just because of mod capability in the future. Like, the mods they're probably gonna have for this are actually probably gonna be insane.
Yeah, I've never been super big on mods, so I'll probably just go for the vanilla experience on my consoles and stuff. This makes it easy for me.
Yeah,
I don't have to worry about like my computer exploding, turning to a sun.
You're gonna be playing the day one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a break from Lost Ark. I'll literally log in. I have daily skip tickets, so I'm gonna use them.
I'm saving those for that too. Like, I'm literally saving them for all the days where all these big game releases are coming out. I almost want to buy more in the cash shop right now.
They're actually kind of expensive.
They are, but
like
it's like,
for something. I was like, damn.
You know what? You know what though? I'm not gonna be able to play the game, so.
It's true.
It works. If I run out of them, I got stuff from the Founders Pack, so I'll just use it for that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, Elden Ring's gonna be insanely huge, but there's like a bunch of like interesting stuff. Like, they put like crazy amount of small dungeons in the game. They have like enemy encampments where like the enemies will sit there and set up like a whole little like foxhole, and they're waiting to kill you. Like that kind of level of stuff.
And apparently, from people that have played, there's like a lot of ways to skip bosses. Like a lot of hidden, like you really got to look for them. There's a lot of hidden ways to skip bosses and stuff and get to the next area.
Yeah, plus your spectral mount. So if you get that, you manipulate the hell out of that.
You can literally hop. I think I've seen someone hop in midair. I was like, what? This motherfucker flying? Like, literally, he did an air jump, the mount. I was like, that's crazy. Man, that's just crazy.
So you got all that kind of stuff. You got to watch out for giants that look like hills, because they will literally one-shot you. Like,
the hills have eyes.
Yep, literally. And then also a new fun chess mechanic. I'm not gonna spoil it for people, because I know some people are, they really don't want to see
I feel
spoilers.
like you should just do it. Just do it.
Nah. For people that are listening, just know that there is a new fun chess mechanic. You guys thought Mimics was bad? Have fun. That's all I'm saying.
For those of you that are new to Dark Souls games and you're just wanting to get into Elden Ring because,
hype.
A mimic chest, it's if you've played Final Fantasies, you know what a mimic is. It's literally a chest that pretends to be a chest, but is really a monster, and very fucking overpowered monster, mind you. But there's a new version of it in Elden Ring that we won't talk about, but because it's actually really cool concept. Like, could you imagine what we talked about in multiplayer? That would be so funny, dude. Oh, where'd you go?
We already spoiled it for ourselves, but we'll leave this surprise for you
guys, dude,
so
that was so fucking. That's gonna be so good for content. I can't wait to play that for content. That and Strangers in Paradise. Those are both gonna be pretty fun games.
Oh yeah, 100%
chaos.
So we got those. They had a big dump for that. We got good news for people that are playing Horizon Forbidden West. They have tons of accessibility settings they're adding for it. I am liking when games add different things to make it so more people can play. Like I just like a lot of the games are just like, oh man, it was hard enough just to get the game out, and then some companies are like, yeah, we got anti-seizure stuff, we got color blindness, we got sound, like extra like stuff that give you like cues for like if you're hard of hearing. All these different things, that's really good.
And to be honest, like PlayStation hasn't really been good on that front for a little bit. Microsoft has really been like the ones pushing like accessibility.
They've been killing it.
Yeah, especially like you saw what they did with Forza, dude. Holy shit!
They put a whole sign language interpreter in the damn game.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I don't know if they did anything like that for Gran Turismo. I don't think so.
Nah.
But
I'm pretty sure they're gonna start doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
Gran Turismo's trying to compete directly.
Mm-hmm.
But look, like I'll give you like I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but like they got stuff like difficulty stuff. They got pathfinding like updates. There's like things like auto healing and shielding to help you. If you don't have like the dexterity to kind of do it fast enough. They got all types of camera sensitivity, movement sensitivities, vibration intensities, so that you can experience it a little bit better. Yeah. They got a bunch of the standard camera effects like motion blur, camera shake, stuff like that. They also have like a cool like underwater camera shake, which I thought was kind of dope. And then they also have like various volume fixes, audio mix fixes. So that's gonna be kind of good. And then also turn off tinnitus sounds. So for people that I have tinnitus actually. I found out when I was getting out of the military. But it's like there's a certain range of tones you just can't hear. Like I can hear everything except for there's just like one like literally probably fairly heavy used sound range. I can't hear shit. So
damn.
They actually have it's just like I'm completely deaf. Like I just can't hear it. It's in the middle of my like full sound range.
Yeah.
And they have a mode to like turn that off so you won't miss those tones. I'm like,
that's really good. No, that's really good.
So you can also change the languages of the movies and the speech in the game. So
really? Oh wow, I didn't know that they added that. That's crazy.
Yeah, because usually they're just like, hey, we had this one voice acting. That's all you get. You have to buy the other one from a different country. This one's like, nah, you just all in there.
Also, Horizon has sold over 20 million copies for a single player game. That is insane.
For Zero
with
Dawn,
no remakes or anything like that. Like, bro, that's insane.
We also want to point out the fact that like while a lot of people know about Horizon, right? It's still a quote unquote new IP.
Yep.
That's crazy.
This, and what coincides with this is the fact that PS5 beat Switch in sales last month. Again, for the second, so this is the second time they actually beat the Switch in sales.
Yeah.
You guys are probably wondering why I'm saying that, but like, you don't realize how insane the Switch sells. Like, it's crazy to actually beat Switch sales.
It's actually monumental.
And the reason being is because so many people loved Horizon on PC when it released on PC that it literally made more people buy PS5s because they were like, damn, I do not want to wait another couple of years for this to come out. It's going to be coming out in like a few weeks. I want to play it. Yeah. So that's going to be insane.
It was calculated $1 billion or billion hours played, dude. That's crazy. Horizon.
That is crazy.
Like collectively. And for people wondering, it was 2 million sales on PC on the Steam version and 18 million on PS4.
Damn, that's crazy. Damn, how much on PC?
2 million on PC.
Damn, it just came out. Holy shit, dude, that's crazy.
Like it just came
That's
out. Like what?
insane.
I think during our last podcast
Like
it
a
came
month
out, right?
ago. Yeah, no,
Was it a
no, yeah,
month? Yeah.
like
Oh, okay, it was
3
about a month
weeks
ago.
ago,
Yeah.
3 weeks, but still, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
That's crazy. 2 million. 2 million.
Oh, and
Also,
then
it's yeah.
go ahead, no, good.
No, it's funny because like, it says like the somebody has a metric. It says no microtransactions. I'm like, but there's a whole ass DLC that costs $30. I think that's a microtransaction, but whatever. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just now splitting hairs.
You know what I found funny? Microsoft is trying to bring Call of Duty to the Switch. You all remember the last Call of Duty game on a fucking Nintendo
Ooh.
console on the Wii? You remember the Call of Duty they had on the Wii too?
Yeah.
I
Just
don't know. Microsoft, no, please don't
I
stop.
think it was
Stop.
Black Ops 2 was the
Yeah,
last Wii U game.
and that wasn't even like a highly intensive fucking game.
Nah, it looked like a cartoon Call of Duty. It was kind of
It was
funny.
bad. It was really bad. So I don't
But
know.
I will say I was impressed with the fact that they actually like instead of like just trying to port directly it over, I'm impressed that they actually made new graphic like what I'm saying. There was different models and all sort of stuff to make it like comparable experience.
Hmm.
Obviously, it was better on everything else, but it was just like it's cool that they actually made an effort to like, hey, let's try to make it like at least look good
Yep.
on this console that we got, and they made it work. So
Also, to save you guys a little bit of money on Horizon, so you guys know that PS5 games and like next generation games are more expensive, right? There's $70 instead of 60. So Horizon on PS5 is going to be $70, but they already announced that they're going to do free PS4 upgrades.
yep.
So save yourself $10. Buy the PS4 version. You'll have two versions of the game. Buy the PS4 version. You'll get a free upgrade. Don't get the PS5 version. They're literally going to give it to you for free. So if you guys trying to save some money, definitely.
Also, all the collector editions are gone. I already checked.
Yeah. You
They've
can
been
only get
gone
the
for
digital
months.
ones now. That's it.
Yeah,
For the
because
digital
I
stuff.
was trying to snag me one of those like statues for that big ass
Yeah, I
robot.
tweeted about it like a week ago. I was like, which
nice.
one are you guys getting? Literally an hour after I tweeted that, when they went live, I checked and I was like, oh, they're sold out. I'm not getting any of them.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It looks so damn cool though. But the digital deluxe stuff is pretty nice. They had a Regalia mount. Ooh. It
Yeah,
comes with a
dude,
whole
the
ass
Regalia mount
mammoth
looks sick, dude.
with a fucking like fortress
I
in the
can't
back,
wait to play
man.
this game. Are you going to stream it?
Oh yeah.
I'm still debating on if I want to or not, because it is a fucking long ass game. I usually don't like playing games like that on stream because, like, as a streamer, you want to move on from one game to the next, right? Because you got so many games coming out. But it's like, dude, there's so much shit in Horizon that I get like sidetracked. Even I still haven't beat the first one. I know the ending because I've seen people play it.
Yeah.
But like, I literally think I did 20 hours worth of side quests in that game. And I just don't know if that's good content. Like, people watch it and they're like, damn, this motherfucker has played the game for 20 hours and he's still in the first area. Yes.
But you are the content.
True. What a
You
king.
are content.
What a king, dude.
But I've been if you take out the gotcha part of it, I've been a new game streamer for so long that I have a whole thing. I start a new game. I'm like, hey guys, just check out the first like day of it. This is how it's like, and people are like, oh cool, I like that, or I don't, and I move on.
Mm-hmm.
I started more games than I've ever finished.
Yes, you have.
And I'm okay with that completely. It's just
not
that's
enough time.
Kind of the experience.
Yep.
You just go through the game. You're like, hey, this is how it's like. This is pretty cool. And then move on. Like, and people can kind of get an idea for it. Oh, the regular collector's edition is actually in stock again.
We are Target. Let me guess, Target.
No, on PlayStation. Actual.
Really? Oh, I might buy that right now. I'm literally gonna buy that right now.
Literally.
It just sucks. I'm probably not gonna get it on day one. But you know what? That's fine. I won't play it day one. That's fine. I'll wait.
No, it's launch day delivery.
Yeah, it said that for me too. For so many games like Persona 5 Strikers and like Bravely Default, so many games said that. And then when I actually checked the tracking, it was saying it was going to be a few days late. I was like, I don't want to wait a few days to play the game.
By the way, this is also PS4 version, so you just buy the PS4 version.
Yep.
Yep.
Of the collector's edition. You see, even they know.
Yep.
Even they fucking know. They know. They know.
Yeah.
They know.
So,
they know.
Yeah, this Horizon Forbidden West will be out this week, so look forward to that. 5 days, or I guess 4 days from when you guys hear this.
Yes,
It's gonna be freaking dope on the 18th, and whoo, the game looks beautiful.
it does look beautiful. I actually can't
Like,
wait for it.
damn, it looks good. So look forward
That
to that game. It's gonna be
Elden
amazing.
Ring, King of Fighters is also coming out that week too. Don't know if I'm gonna get
Woo.
that or not yet, because it's just like you have to have time to learn a
Yeah.
new fighting game, and just like with everything going on, Lost Ark, freaking new gotcha games coming out at the end of the month. We'll talk about that shortly. You got Horizon, you got Triangle Strategy the week after, you got freaking Strangers of Paradise. It's like I don't know how much I'm gonna be playing an actual fighting game or any of my other friends.
Yeah.
Like,
We
and the
got
fun
Kirby.
part about those games is fighting against your friends. Like,
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty big. Yeah, Kirby, dude. Oh my god, it's gonna be fucking huge.
dude, that Kirby game looks so freaking fun. I can't wait to play it. It looks so fun. I
Yeah,
haven't looked at a platformer in so long and said, "Oh my god, this looks
yeah.
so fun." It looks so good. What was
Yeah,
that other
those
game
ones.
that you liked on the direct? The one that I think I played it. It was a Game Boy game, but I don't think I remember it that well, or I was too
Oh,
young. Yeah, I never
I
finished it.
remember.
Looked like a rabbit, kind of, like with black and white ears. It was a platformer. You said, "Oh, this game's really fun."
Oh, Clona.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for that because
Clonoa.
I don't remember it as a kid, so I kind of want to replay it.
Yeah, it's there. Bringing back. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. I'm looking at it now. It's in July. Ooh, it's gonna be great. Dude, I
Man,
played
that's
the
the game that they
shit
announced
out
in
of
July, and we were like, "Huh?
Yeah,
Fuck,
I
that's
played the
not
crap
first
out
half."
of that as a kid, dude. Like when I had the Game Boy Advance,
Mm,
that's when that shit came out.
the good old days. I miss my Advance, bro.
Damn, it's a long ass time ago.
Mega Man Battle Network, please.
Please.
We want a new one.
Yeah, a game came out. This the one that they're remaking is the PlayStation one.
Yeah, the
So back in
PlayStation one.
'97.
Yeah, because that's the one I remember playing. Is on PlayStation. I didn't know they actually did it on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Because I think that came out around the same time as Spyro,
It was similar. Yeah.
or like
It-
Ratchet and Clank or something. I remember playing another game instead of that one and liking it more, and that's probably why I never played it.
It was just one of those ones. I think it was definitely value bin for me, and I was just like, oh,
Yeah,
this is actually pretty good.
I think I
And
rented
then
it at Blockbuster. Is how I played
and
it.
see, the one I played was in 2001 is when it came out. Klonoa Empire of Dreams. I played the shit out of that on Game Boy Advance. And then
It sounds so familiar now that you say that.
they had Dream Champ Tournament. So I remember playing those. And I played Clono 2 on PS1.
For like speed running?
Huh?
For like speed running?
No, just played it.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah, I was
crap out of
because
that.
you were talking about tournaments, so I was just confused for a second.
Well, one of them was called Dream Champion Tournament.
Oh.
Wolf Among Us 2.
Yes. I knew I
Wolf
was
Among
forgetting
Us 2.
something. It's been
That's
almost
the
a
one.
decade since that come out. That's
amazing.
crazy. So it's going to be an episodical release that's going to be coming out 2023 they said. And it's going to be episodic, so that means, they're going to come out with one episode, and then you're probably going to wait a month, and then another episode is going to come out. Man,
Yeah.
Telltale Games, I mean, that one's not
They
made
make it
by
work,
Telltale,
though.
right?
Yeah, it's
Okay. Yeah, Telltale Games are incredible, man. Like, they are such cozy, like, it's like you're watching a movie. Like, get a bag of popcorn. It's like, while you're playing, it's so good.
I got into Telltale Games when I streamed Until Dawn. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I on the day it came out, I played
Mm.
Until Dawn. We played through it. It was the first time I ever created memes. The first time I ever gave out an email so that viewers could ever like send me memes. I was like, this is so cool. Like streaming's fun. This is cool shit. This is like way back in the days before we had clipping, when Twitch only had light mode.
Yep.
Those days before raids were a thing. We just did our own raids. So it was way back, And then like I got done with it. I was like, man, that's crazy. This is cool as shit. And people that were watching me, I had like maybe 10 followers, but I had like 40 something viewers of watching me finish Until
Yeah,
Dawn.
dude, those kind of games are so crazy to stream.
Yeah. And like I was brand new street, and at the time, the 40, that's a shit ton of people, right?
Yeah.
And like I'm like, I literally had no followers, and like I was like, yo, what do I play next? And I'm sitting there in the menu, and at the time period, if you weren't playing a video game on Twitch, you got banned.
Yeah.
So I was in the menu risking it all to like find the game that they were telling me to play next, and they were like, yo, play Telltale Games, like play Walking Dead. Bro, that was the best. The
Dude,
chat was
the
god
Walking
like
Dead
that day.
ones were god tier. The Walking Dead ones were god tier.
Man, you know how many times as a streamer, chat has the worst suggestions? that was the golden moment of suggestions right there. They told me to play Telltale Games, The Walking Dead. Chat peaked at that point. I've never got a better suggestion from chat ever in my life again. And that put me on the whole thing of like I played all of those. I played Wolf Among Us. I played like whatever Telltale game came out. I just played it. I was like, I knew it was a banger. So like I'm really excited for Wolf Among Us 2 because the first one was so damn good. It was nearly a perfect game.
It really was so good. I can't wait for those. I'm trying to see. Did I forget? I feel like I'm missing something.
Oh, let's go look. We got the Xenoblade Chronicles announcement, additional things. We're talking about like the flute stuff, blah blah blah. Beta stuff. Steam Deck. Dies in 90 minutes.
That's what it was. Yeah. So for those of you that thought you were gonna actually sit down and play the game on your Steam Deck at max settings, which is what you probably bought it for, a better Switch, right? To be able to play it for hours, yeah, about that. It only lasts 90 minutes at full power. And I highly recommend not playing at full power and charging at the same time because you will fry the shit out of all the parts on there. This is why gaming laptops are horrible, because when you got a game that you're running at max settings on a laptop and you're just burning through that shit's running so hot because you're trying to charge it and play on it for 10 to 12 hours. Yeah, no good. Gaming laptops are meant to be played in spurts, like little bursts, not for fucking long sessions. You want a long session? Go get a gaming PC.
Pro tip on the Steam Deck: the screen is 60 hertz.
Yeah.
So cap all your games at 60 hertz.
Yes. Don't do not native. What's the word I'm looking for?
Automatic.
Here? Yeah.
Automatic settings.
Yeah. Don't do the 120 FPS. Don't do that. You're literally not going to get it at a 120 FPS. There's literally no point.
But I'm gonna get all my miss all my no, bro. The screen only shows 60, so don't go to 90 FPS. It's not gonna help you at all.
Nope, it's not.
You're just gonna burn your battery faster. Turn off VSync because it's not a VSync screen either.
Nope.
And these are things that are normally always on. Definitely probably lower shadows and stuff like that. You're really gonna play a bare bones version of your games, honestly. Just know like that's the experience we're most likely gonna have. If you're going on a trip and you want to play it for a long time, 30 FPS.
Yeah, otherwise, 30 FPS, and don't run it on high graphics. Run it on medium or low. A lot of you are gonna be like, oh, but that's like Switch graphics. It's fine. Yeah, that's what it's for. But there's games on there that aren't on the Switch, so that's exactly the selling point for it right there. But I mean, there's a lot of games that are like turn-based. Like we're talking games like Valorant or fucking like Sekiro, like really intensive games, right? But if you're gonna be playing like fucking Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, I'm sure it'll be fine on max settings, 30 FPS. The game don't run higher than 30 FPS anyway, so the games like that will last long. Other than that,
Hades, like any indie game, for the most part, unless you're playing kind of, will be like just perfectly fine.
Yep. Oh, Hades is gonna be fun on that too. Hades is a lot better than the Switch. Switch fucking FPS would die every time I did a freaking skill. It was so annoying.
Which, by the way, if you guys have not played Hades yet, pick that shit up. Also,
yeah,
Sifu.
Dude, it's so good. Dude, I want to get. See, that's another game that came out this month. I want to get Sifu so bad. It looks so good. You can beat it in one sitting, like pretty easily. It's just a lot of get good. It's a lot of reading movements.
Those are things. Also, if you're looking up any like Steam Deck reviews, right now, Valve has put a thread, I guess, still on the content creators that have the Steam Deck early, that they can't do a fully this is shit, type of review. Everything's to be positive. You're like, wow, this looks really positive, because they are forcing them to make positive reviews.
Also, don't forget, if you really do want one, you're gonna need to buy it in 12 days. So make sure you actually have the money in your account to buy it, because in 12 days, on the 25th, on the 25th is when they start sales. You have 3 days from then, from receiving the email, 72 hours. If you do not respond, you lose your $5 pre-order, and you will they will go to the next person, and you probably will not get one until 2023. So good luck.
Yep.
And I hope you did not pre-order the $300 version, because that you're not going to be able to. Like you're gonna download one game and you'll be like, all right, it's full. Like
yeah, their entry version is definitely
garbage.
It's pretty bad. So
yeah,
I would.
I feel like if you're gonna get that one, you might as well get the most expensive one. Like there's no other reason not to.
It's
if you have a ridiculous, not a ridiculous amount, but if you're one of those people that spends your money on stupid shit, like this, you might as well get the fucking expensive one because the other ones are not worth it at all. The other ones are literally a Switch. Like, I mean, it's stronger than a Switch, but I think isn't the screen different between the $600 one and the $300 one?
I believe so.
I can go check real quick.
I think it has different RAM and hard drive.
Yep. So yeah, and the SSD too is better. Let me go look real quick. I check in 2 seconds.
Yeah, so it's definitely one of those things you don't want to buy.
Steam Deck starts at $400. It comes with a carrying case for the $400 one and 64 gigabytes. Jesus Christ, there's games that are more than 64 gigs, and that's not even an SSD. That's an eMMC. That's old ass shit. That's ancient. And then the middle price point, $529. That's 256 gigs. That's a SSD. Faster storage, exclusive Steam community profile bundle, etc. The $650 one is 512 gigabytes, the fastest storage that you can possibly get. It's also an SSD. Premium anti-glare etched glass. That's why I want it. The most annoying shit about the Switch is when you're playing it outside and the sun hits it and you legit can't fucking see because the sun is blinding the screen. So that's really nice. So they got exclusive carrying case, which is supposed to be like a premium version of the carrying case. Another community profile, and then an exclusive virtual keyboard theme. I don't know. But literally the only thing worth here is the fastest storage and the etched glass. The glass is different on the $600 one.
I just want to point out, I just saw somebody had like, the hot take of Lost Ark. They're like, I hit 50. It was like, it felt like a mobile game with the autoplay disabled. The leveling process was mind-numbing. One of the bosses was like, they're just there to exist. The gameplay was really bad. Literally 22 hours ago, I'm addicted to the game and I can't stop playing it. This is great content variety. Heaps of stuff to do, rewarding progression. Like the same person, by the way, tweets.
You know what it was?
3 days
he
apart.
saw how grindy the end game is, and he was like, "Oh, I don't like this.
I think
don't like this at all."
A lot of people, if you're playing Lost Ark, you have to realize the first 50 levels is actually a tutorial of the game.
Yeah, literally. Literally, you don't join the Adventurers Guild until you hit 50. It's a post 50 quest line. The cap is 60. So like I literally hit that on stream yesterday, and I was like, "This is where the game starts, boys. You ready?" Like,
I was like, "Oh, you got the 50 right now? That was fast. That's really." I'm like, that's
like the entry point. So like the actual content, the fun content.
Like you can't start doing anything until you hit 50. And not only that, you have to hit 302.
Must be new to an MMO. I feel like that person, because like
that person is an MMO YouTuber. Her whole content is Christ. MMOs.
Bro, just say who it is. I want to know who it is.
Hold up, let me see. This person is 663k subscribers on YouTube, and all they do is play MMOs.
Okay, well, that was a pretty shit take.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty shit take.
That was a shitty take, bro. Holy crap! This person 180 literally within 2 days.
Yeah, that's
funny.
Like, I mean, the end game in any MMO, like that's where the real content is. I just don't understand what he's trying to get at. I guess we could talk about. I think we talked about all the like main big stuff, right?
Yep. We got all main big stuff. Actually, one thing that's just kind of funny, but like fun idea. No Man's Sky on the Switch. I just wanted to put it out there.
Oh yeah, and it wasn't the cloud version. You hear that, Arceus?
It's not a cloud version. Like my brain blew up because like it actually looks not bad.
Yeah, I feel like Arceus was the cloud version.
I think Arceus was
a mistake.
An alpha, like fucking, when you put out your ideas.
Yeah, like, when a game's not ready to come out and you need another year. Yeah,
it's a storyboard. Anyways, yeah, I saw that. I thought it was funny. I was like, what the hell?
The last, I think the only thing I really have for gotcha news, so Ultra Impact came out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere, but like Bandai was just randomly like one day, hey, it's available in the store. It'll be up on this day. And we're like, what the fuck? So Ultra Impact came out. It's pretty much how I thought it was going to be. I played the JP version and it was okay. I definitely ain't playing it over Lost Ark, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's not mind blowing. I spent like a day or two re-rolling because that's how you can tell my hype. This is like, it's funny. People actually know that now. For me, they're like, the longer I take to re-roll a game, the less I'm gonna play it.
Yes. Yep. I actually am the same way. Yep.
Yeah. If I don't get an account within, it's not because it's like how hard it is.
Because I know I'm not spending money at that point.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't care about this game, so I'm not spending money. If I like a game, I'm just like, I don't care what character I get on the fucking initial roll because I'm gonna spend money anyway. Like I'm gonna get the characters I want eventually. I don't know if it's like me and Junior were talking about it earlier. I don't know if it's like just like we've been playing so many gachas that are like way better than this, or like we have so much experience with way better gachas, so we know just to not waste our time with certain shit. But like, I don't know, or maybe the time we took off from like playing gachas, we're playing like actual single player games or MMOs or multiplayer games, and kind of straying away from gachas in general. I don't know. It just Ultra Impact seems kind of meh to me, like kind of boring.
It's ultra meh packed. Like, and the crazy part, it was like one of the guys literally took, I think it took like a day, and they pretty much capped.
Yeah.
Like progression. It was like a day. I was like,
and I'm like, okay, all right, there's the content, and then you just wait for 2 weeks, every 2 weeks for a fucking new event to come out, if it's every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right now, like for gachas, I'm really only like excited to see what Black Clover does because I love the IP and like it actually looks kind of good. But it's Netmarble, so I'm like, not Netmarble. It's the company, it's the guy that worked for Netmarble that started SDS, and he's pretty much taking all the good things they did and implementing in that game and learning from the bad stuff that they did and not doing it. So I kind of have a little, as far as we know. It looks really good. From what I heard from the beta testers, the game's incredible. So I'm excited for that. And then the Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross game kind of looks fucking lit. So I don't know.
Like, it looks kind of cool. I'll probably mess around with it. I'm not sure.
It looks better than the anime. like actually.
I still can't believe people were mad at me. And I was like, bro, you know what? I was like, Junior, why'd you stop watching SDS? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I watched like the first season. I think I watched like a part of the second season and I stopped watching. I can't remember why. And then like somebody brought something about the graphics. And I was like, was it that bad? Bro, I was sitting there, we're grinding on like the demons and stuff like that, like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. And then somebody's like, oh, I'll put on the SDS. I'm like, oh, cool. So we put on the fight where like Gother shows up, and I was like, this looks like absolute shit.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah, but no, what are we talking about? The first season looks so good. I'm like,
but this isn't the first season.
So what you're saying is it gets worse than this? They're like, yeah. I'm like, this already looks like shit, and this is a good season. Like, oh my god,
I couldn't believe people were defending that too, man. The Escanor and Meliodas fight was some of the worst animation I've ever seen in my life.
That was
for a scene that was supposed to be the most hype scene in the anime. 2 of the biggest titans in the freaking like power wise in the anime fighting each other, who were supposed to be friends, and like it looked so awful. It looked like, and not even an intern. It looked like fan animation. Actually, I think fan animation would look better.
Like, imagine if Goku versus Jiren looked like shit.
Yeah, I know there's somebody in the comments that's gonna be like, it did look like shit.
It looked like shit. I'm like, bro, get your ass checked.
Oh man, we got the hype ass Demon Slayer episode coming out today too, so I'm excited about that.
Imagine that Tengen, that episode of Tengen. Imagine that didn't look good.
I would fucking cry, and I'd be like, thank God I had the manga.
Like, it's like that. Like, oh, it's just SDS looks so bad. So I'm looking forward to seeing the game and seeing how it plays and stuff like that. Maybe it's hype.
And then what's the other one? Eden Zero comes out on the 24th of this month. Another gacha. We still have no news on Ever Crisis. I'm assuming they're gonna announce something soon, like March. I feel like they gotta announce something soon. They said 2022. They haven't said fucking shit yet. They said this year was gonna be a big year for spin-offs of Final Fantasy VII. So like, bro, where's the news at? Like
I think they're trying to stagger their releases. I think that's what
yeah,
it is. Like they might
they don't
be
want to release
realizing
everything on top of each other.
not just that, but I think they also like realizing some stuff they were trying to release early this year probably is getting put out to late this year.
Yep,
So,
because of
so
16 being delayed too,
yep.
all that.
So I think
Which means
everything
that
else is
remake
like
is
being held
probably
off
being
on.
impaired too, like part two,
Yeah.
because they're outsourcing shit, and the stuff that they're outsourcing is getting canceled by these companies because of COVID. So it's like,
Yeah.
then that means that they have to do it in house themselves because they can't outsource it, and it's going to take even longer because they have to wait for that, and then they don't have the staff for that. So it's like
Mhm.
it puts them behind.
Yeah. It's
Well,
just
yeah,
like
the
back and bad.
Eden Zero game. If you guys don't know Eden Zero, it's made by the same creator of Fairy Tail and Ravemaster. So you're gonna see a lot of Eden Zero is an anime and manga. It does have an anime and manga. You're gonna see a lot of like Easter eggs from Fairy Tail and Ravemaster. You're gonna see
Like
Happy.
Happy is
You're
still
gonna
there.
see what was the thing with the blue, right? The white thing with the ice cone nose from Ravemaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
They like you're gonna see all these things. You're gonna see characters that look like Lucy. You're gonna see characters that kind of look like Urza a little bit. He does that for like every freaking game and anime that he does. Even like the Gate of Nightmare, gotcha game that's only out in JP right now. I think it's gonna global release soon.
Yeah.
That is also it also has a lot of characters that look similar to like everybody in Fairy Tail. And they even do like things in Eden Zero where they'll like in the background they'll show Natsu and Lucy like having a fucking ice cream at some place behind the new characters,
Oh yeah,
and
they
it's
were
like a
on a
totally
date.
different
Yeah.
universe. He just does it as Easter eggs. It's kind of funny, but
Yeah.
people get all these
Because he
fan
knows.
theories.
Yeah, he knows what people are there, so he's just like, here,
Mm-hmm.
I got you, I
Yep,
got you. And,
it's got fan
like
service.
Akira Toyama does the same thing. Where
Yep,
like, you'll be watching, and I'm like, wait, is that Professor Slump in the back? You're
yep.
like, yeah. Or you
um.
see some Red Ribbon, reference in the background. You're like, all right.
Oh, so yeah, so like the Eden Zero. I'll just say this to keep it short. The gameplay looks pretty much like My Hero, Strongest Hero, right? Like an action mobile game, but
Yeah.
kind of worse, honestly. The only reason that I'm actually excited for it is because I love the IP. Like Eden Zero is like really good, and I mean, there's a lot of boba. Not boba tea, the other booba. Boba.
Yep.
And yeah, so they got my weakness. I might spend money on that game. And then they got Octopath Traveler. JP made an announcement that they are going to be announcing the global version of the gacha game very soon.
I think it comes out April.
Yep,
I think it comes out April.
I think so too.
I forgot. Okay, I have to take back one thing. That's the only game I'm hype about. That's it. That and Maybe Default too, but like
Bravely
that
Default.
one's the main one.
Yeah, Bravely Default. So same company, the same creative team that's doing Octopath Traveler is also doing Bravely Default Gacha, and I played the JP version of Bravely Default Gacha. Dude, it's insanely good. It's so good. Oh, you go into the gate.
I just want to point out that like the freaking Octopath Traveler, man. Like, if you guys have played the game, it's on Steam, it's on Switch. It's like 100 hours of just game, and then you have bonus like stuff. Some people forget that once you get the credits, there's a second credits. So go back into your game if you didn't beat it. Remember when Leoneska found out there was a secret boss because she listened to the soundtrack? She's like, I've never heard this song before. And she looked it up. She's like, there's a secret boss?
Mm-hmm.
She went back and
there's
like
a lot of
hours.
secret bosses in the game, dude. There's so much shit to do in that game. It's actually incredible.
So that game is about 100 some change. Like, I think there's like 120 hours of like just regular gameplay.
That's insane.
The gacha game is coming out with just the beginning part of the game is 4 times larger than that.
And it has an original story, by the way.
All original story, everything is crazy.
Stupid.
But yeah, so like that Octopath Traveler game is gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna come out like April.
I have a feeling, yeah, April sounds right. April sounds good. I'm gonna go April with you on that one. And I think we're gonna get we'll probably see the Bravely Default one, maybe like July-ish, because they said they did not want to release the when they did an interview, they said they did not want to release the game too far out from the date because they didn't want to play the whole catch up thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they said that it was going to be like 3 months ish, maybe half a year, and we would see the global version because of translation. That's literally the only reason. They said the game's ready to come out in global. They're translating it, and translations take a little bit. So
yeah, but that game is crazy. It has literally all the Bravely games put together into a mobile game that's
Yep, with another original story too, just like the Octopath Travel one. So it's
just
insane.
nuts.
Square Enix is so good with their mobile games, man. That's one thing I'll say. Their mobile games are actually like, yeah, it is scary. We both spent
like
so much money on Bravely Default. Not Bravely Default, Brave Exvius.
Brave Exvius, yeah. Brave Exvius has an amazing story. I think it's one of the best Final Fantasy stories in existence.
Yeah, and then War of the Visions, man. Have you finished the War of Visions one? It's so good.
I just sit there and I do watch a story and I skip all the story and I go watch it in theater mode and it just plays back to back.
Like y'all are gonna probably think I'm stupid for saying what I'm about to say, but it's literally, I think it's better than like Brave Exvius War of the Visions. I think is better than Final Fantasy Tactics story. That's how good it is. It's so good. It's so really good.
It's really good.
It actually has a love story in it, and Tactics does not. So it does
like
kind of.
FFB has like a quadruple layered love
story. Yeah, that's a harem, dude.
That's no, it's separate love stories. It's just like everybody's just in love.
It kind of reminds me of what is it? It reminds me of Tales of Arise, because Tales of Arise, there's 6 characters and they're all couples at the end of this the game, pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. One thing I want to point out too. Some people are like, "Man, Dying Light's gonna come out and just kind of fizzle." It's one of the top 25 best games on Steam ever.
Yep. And it's actually, keep in mind, Halo was a free multiplayer game that came out when it first released. Now it has a single player, and it's a $60 game. But
with the name of Halo.
The name of Halo, right? On PC. And Dying Light 2 had more concurrent players than Halo on day one. A $60 game compared to a free multiplayer game.
Yep.
So that's crazy.
And like Halo, everybody's just like, man, Halo's popping off. Halo's doing this big things. Dying Light's like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to charge you to hold my beer too. That's just crazy. So good shit, man. We've been having some back-to-back like really great releases. That's why it's hard.
Dude, I've been saying, man, this year I feel like is probably the best year for gaming we have had in a long probably since the year that Breath of the Wild came out, because that year had a lot of fun. That was like Breath of the Wild, Horizon, God of War, like, right? Yeah, wasn't that the year that had all those crazy releases?
Was 2018, 2017?
Something like that, yeah.
That was
2017.
Like banger,
I think it was 17.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, that was nuts.
That was such a good year. I feel like it's just getting better this year. That's fucking insane.
It's so cool. So cool to see.
Yeah, because we've had like, since COVID, we've had like 2 years worth of kind of shit releases of games and delays and like games coming out buggy messes, and it's like, god damn. Like, it's finally good to see like games coming out the way they're intended to work. Fuck.
It's crazy. Like, I don't know. And we have so much more stuff coming. Also, I want to point out, I want to brag. Lost Ark, I got my first time doing an Abyss dungeon. I got a Delane Armin card. Legendary. First time around. That's like one of the top cards.
I got a legendary
your piece?
We have to bid on it with gold.
Oh.
You son of a bitch.
Oh.
You son of a bitch. Oh my god, why do you guys have so much gold? Don't make me waste all my gold.
A lot of people are watch out. A lot of people are trying to like jack.
I'm the highest bidder. Come on.
Oh, hi.
That's right. Fuck. It's at 700 right now.
Stop. Whatever it is, it's not worth it. You're already beyond where it's actually worth it. Like, you can go to auction house and buy it cheaper.
It was a secret map. It's a secret map.
Oh, fuck that, bro. That's us. Nah.
You sure?
Yeah.
But what if it has a bunch of legendaries?
You can't progress your gear if you don't have gold, dude. You cannot tier 3 if you don't have gold. Like,
I could just buy gold.
Not really. Not like that.
Yeah, I stopped. It was getting to 1,000. I was like, this is not worth it.
Like, if what you're saying, like, if you were to buy to tier 3, it's literally gonna cost you about $7,000. Like, actual money.
Yeah, that was a lot. Plus, you can buy 802 gear as soon as you hit tier 2 with like very minimal amount of gold, so it's fine. Whatever.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's it for today's show. I pretty much pretty much touched on everything. There was a lot of news this week, so it was another long one, an hour and 20-ish minutes, but we're trying to keep them short. But there's literally like insane amount of news coming out every week, and we're like cutting some stuff out. Like there could have been more on here.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us on Spotify. Leave us a review. It helps out a lot. Really appreciate it, guys. And make sure you follow us both on Twitter and Twitch. We are pushing for partner, both of us. Junior has already applied for it. I am very close. I think I'm at 72 average viewers. A couple more streams, averaging over 70 on Lost Ark with drops, and maybe do some giveaways. Maybe I will hit that goal too. So make sure you support the homies by lurking for us. It helps out a lot. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Later. See you in the next one. Later.